Let's spill that tea. HumbleTea it is. Hello, everybody. It is Andy, aka Humble Simmer. How's everybody doing? This is my brand new podcast. And, it's been planned out for months and months and months. Just recording has been, just planning out, because I'm the queen of rambles. I can ramble and ramble, but sometimes you need it cohesive. You need it, you gotta make some sense. You can ramble, but you gotta make some sense. So, here we go. I'm just too excited. That's also the thing, is I'm excited, but it's like, I'm also scared. It's like, it's like the thought in my head, and I want to get it out, but then I'm also scared, because it's like, it's out, that it's like official. But, here we go. So, this is, like I said, I notice sometimes I get in tangents on my streams, and we get into debates and stuff, but I can be very passionate in my queen of rambles, and it was I kind of always talked about doing a podcast, but didn't know if it would be that entertaining. But here I am. So, yeah, we're just gonna talk about games, TV shows, movies, whatever, whatever there's to be debatable. So, if you got some suggestions on topics, comment down below, tweet me with hashtag HumbleTea, and we do the chit chat. So give me some ideas. This week be a very important one. I think on everyone's mind. We're gonna discuss The Sims. Sims 1, 2, 3, and 4. How they've changed, how they've maybe gotten better, worse. Who knows? And this is, like I said, it's all my opinion. It's my humble tea that I'm spilling, maybe not all exactly, I don't know for sure, but my thoughts on the matter. So, take it with a grain of salt. So, yeah. Let's just see where we go. So, The Sims. It started, you think I would be prepared, and then look at me. I am not. Okay, that's right, okay. So it started in 2000? 2000? Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, I was 6. Yeah. Okay, so The Sims started in 2000. With, they all started with The Sims of, from SimCity, where SimCity, you could, control your whole world, make it, populate and stuff like that, and then I guess, then they made Sims 1, the first ever Sims, where you could control the people, the families and stuff, which I personally never got to play. I had an expansion pack, my aunt had found it, but of course you need the base game to play it, so never got the chance. There was one chance, but it didn't work out either. But yeah, I know it's very nostalgic. Won't talk too much on Sims 1, because I don't know too much. I've seen some stuff, but me personally, I don't know too much. But it's very basic, very, 2000. So it was the beginning of the game. I think it was there was only adult and childhood, and baby. Babies went to children, aged up to children or something like that. It was bare bone, but it was fun, and there was a lot of characteristics and crazy stuff that happened, and those the magical packs, and it was cool, okay? But that's all I know about it. And then from that, there was Sims 2, which was a little bit more customizable. There was loading screens, and if you did go travel, when you came back, it was the same time as when you left, so time didn't change. But there was just so much characteristics to it, if your Sim's social, there's this interaction with, the goth, Cassandra Goth is supposed to marry Don Lothario, and he leaves her at the altar, and her social is something like goes like really down low, and she like falls to the ground. She's like, oh, just like helpless, and like the social bunny comes and like helps her out and does little things. But it's like there's always these little things, like if their moods or something gets too low, like there was a lot of like animation to it. And also like when they got married or when they went to college, like special moments like that you would have a cut screen, and I always loved those. And some they're like always different, like whether, like I said, like Don left, like he got all nervous and he darted and he left, and then we didn't see him. Or like when they're going to college, sometimes they're excited and they're like, they see someone streaking and they would like streak too, or and they'd hug their parents, or whoever was like dropping them off. And it was very cool. And then from there, then it was like, before it was released, there was this part in Sims 2, it came with like one of the expansion packs. This neighbor comes to give you a gift, and you got a computer, and with that computer, you could then play The Sims 3. So we couldn't play, but our Sims could play it ahead. And it revealed that there would be like this open world, it looked like. And so, going to The Sims 3, we had this open world, like we have everything. We have, just all these features, like you could just go anywhere, no loading screens. It's just, we have, color wheel, all these textures. It's like, it's endless what you can do. And then you go to Sims 4 where it was going to be multiplayer. It was going to be online, you could play with your friends, yada yada. They scratched it last minute. And then Sims 4 is lacking so much. Like at first they didn't have pools, they didn't have half walls, they didn't have toddlers. There was basements, there was no basements. There was so much, it was just lacking. It was very bare bones, like, I guess not even bare bones. Excuse me while my cat tries to hide somewhere. It was just very, very bare bones, and like a lot of people say over the years that like it's still lacking, it's like that they don't even try, yada yada yada. It's all about the money. Yes, I'll agree to it, and I have bought every single pack except for Star Wars pack. That was the stop for me. I mean, now I have Snow Escape, but Star Wars was the one pack I did not buy when I said, and it's just. Like, I like Star Wars, but I'm not the biggest fan, but I was like, I was gonna give it a chance, like I said. I buy all the packs, so, okay. But then I kept hearing about it, and like, even people that aren't Sims people, cause they gave some to like Star Wars players, and fans and stuff like that for free to test out, and it was like, aliens, it was a mask, and it was just very lacking. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. That was a short evolution to it, right? So, my beginning, how I started, like I said, I didn't play the first one, so I have no knowledge. I started on console, on the PS4. My brother introduced it to me. It was, The Sims 2. Sims busting out, and Herb Sims in the city. And I fell in love. I loved it. Anyways, I loved it, and I loved it, but, and then I found out about Sims 2 on the PC. Once I found it, it was world changing. I never went back to console. Like my cousins, then they would play it, and I don't know, it just seems weird to me, but it's kind of like multiplayer. I can never see how Sims would be multiplayer, because Sims is such a creative game to me that I love playing multiplayer games. I just feel like there's some games that are multiplayer, some are single player, and I feel like Sims, it was always like be able to tell your story and stuff like that. And it's just like, it's one thing like on YouTube you do it and like people like helping you, like, oh, maybe this or this or this, or on Twitch, like that's my favorite things, like building or storytellers having live feedback. But like I don't know, it's different than, like, playing with people, like, you know, I guess the closest thing that I have to that is, like, IMDb, and, like, I don't know, that, it would be too much like that, but Sims, I can't imagine that, because, like, IMDb kind of has a reputation, and it just, I don't know, it can't go in to that category for me, and I haven't even thought about it, but that's that, but, yeah, and, you know, to go with that, how I played, you know, how I played before, when I played Sims 2 and stuff, it was like, I played very happy, and it was like, I made this family, and I motherload and gave them a whole bunch of money, and they were happy, and they just, you know, they went to school, they went to work, and nothing bad ever happened, and, you know, they went to college, and blah, 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 and then, wasn't until later when I found, like, Let's Play, like, years and years later, like, I had found music videos of Sims and stuff like that, but it wasn't until later when I started finding, like, Let's Plays and stuff that I was like, that's why I kind of get bored with it, like, you need drama, like, if you kind of play how you are in real life, or something like that, it's like, I can do that, but, like, you need the drama, and you need your Sims to act how you aren't gonna act, and I guess that's the escape, and that's another reason why it's like, cause I don't know, like, if you're just playing one Sim, like, I don't know, how would that work is, I know, like, they kinda got it with mobile, which, again, I played a little bit, and maybe that's also it, it's like, Sims, it's like, you have a family, like, I'm very much a family player, it's like, you have a family, I like playing, there's some people who can only play with, like, one Sim or a couple Sims. I like playing with, like, a big family or, you know, friends, like, more than one Sim. Like, I can. If I'm focused on, you know, rags to riches stuff, I can focus on one Sim. But I do better. I don't get as bored when there is more Sims. Some people, they're like, you know, they get bored. They can't handle it. So that's what I'm saying. We're all different. And, and that's what I'm saying, like, multiplayer, like, I tried, because it was such a big thing when Sims Mobile came out, so I tried to play it, and I was playing a little bit, but it's like, when you're just one person, you know, I mean, of course, like, you got babies and stuff in Sims Mobile and stuff like that, but it's like, you're mainly this one Sim, and it's like, you do this, do that, you know, get this job, and it's like, those tasks, and that's not Sims to me, you know, besides, like, maybe these little, like, Strangerville, like, the little packs like that had a story to it, but even then, like, you can do it, or you don't do it, but I don't know, like, when there's, like, tasks and stuff, like, that's not Sims to me. Sims is more creative, like, say, Minecraft, like, that's a creative game, and that one, I could go and I can mine and stuff like that, I can kind of play it myself, but that's a game that's more fun with friends, like, I don't know, I guess that's, like, a creative game that's more fun with friends, like, it could be more entertaining, but, like, Sims, I don't know, maybe it could work out, but like I said, I never realized it till just now, but I'm kind of like, it gives me IMDb, IMVU. I think I've been saying IMDb this whole time, and y'all are like, what the hell is she talking about? Like, the movie site that you look at, IMVU. Yeah. I'm already 40 minutes, and I'm not gonna restart this, so... By the way, I've recorded this once, and then I deleted it. Actually, no. I recorded once for 15 minutes. I deleted that. That was a draft. And then I kept starting this, and I kept starting over. I know, and just, y'all gonna see my mess. It's the first episode. I'm a derp. There's gonna be these moments. So anyways, yeah, so, it reminds me of IMVU. So, and stuff like that. So, maybe it would prove me wrong. I don't know. My brain can't comprehend it. I know the coding was there and someone even made a mod. I can't, but we're all different. Like I said, we all play differently. Maybe it could work for people, but I wouldn't have liked it if it was online. But anyways, So, my thoughts on the 3. I love 2. It's my start. I will always have a special place in my heart for 2. If I could get my hands on it, I would love and play it so much. I love 2. I love, like I said, I love the little cut screens. And, they, even though there was loading screens, when they got in their cars, they actually got in the car and then drove away. And in Sims 3, there was open world and there was cars, but they would go to the end of the lot and like honk the horn or whatever, and then the car would appear, and then they appeared in the car. So it was like, I don't know, it was just weird. So it was like, I don't know, that was, I guess you can say, going back, but then kind of an open world. And then I was hoping, which some people say with the way that the world is made in Sims 4, it's not really made for cars, even though we see some cars driving, but in the way, like, the houses and stuff, like, there's no way for a driveway. But I'm just saying, if possibility somehow they could do it, I feel like, wish it was, like, way you can merge it, but be a little bit more like Sims 2. I guess, yeah, it would be more Sims 2 because there's loading screens. Well, there's some worlds it's kind of more open, but anyways, I would want it like that. Like, if you had like a sloppy, jalopy, old kind of more rundown car, in Sims 2, if you get in, it would get stuck, and so you had to like slam it and like jiggle it and stuff. And I think it'd be cool, like, if we got a baby update and the babies weren't furniture, and, like, there was, like, you could put them in the car seat and the toddler in the car seat, and that would just be really cute, and, like, you had to get everybody together, and, yeah, and then from Sims 3, there was, like, teaching your, teenagers how to drive, and, like, they had, like, this skill, like, 3 skills. There was, like, a secret skill, but as they increased, they would get better, but they would start, like, really going slow, and they would, like, brake and brake and brake, and so that would be cool to see. So I guess that, like, okay, so I wish that if some possibility that there was a way to put cars in Sims 4, I wish they would take the function of Sims 2, where they actually got in the car, in there, but then, since I was loaded, so I think they could still teach the teenagers to drive, but they would just go off the lot. So I wish that, like, if they did in Sims 4, that they could, like, teach them, but they would be just around that neighborhood, so you could kind of see them, or something. That would be cool. But yeah, and then, I'd say toddlers kind of got a little bit more independent, but yes and no. Well, yeah, but in Sims 2 and 3, they were in cribs like the babies. And in Sims 4, they have toddler beds. They have their own beds, so I think that's cool. But maybe like be a shift. I don't know, but anyways, I think. I think in Sims 2, they can maybe climb out of it. I think that would be cool if they kind of maybe bring cribs back, and then, like, if toddlers got up in their movement skill, like, they got to, say, level 3, they would, like, climb out of it. And so then they're like, oh, it's time for a toddler bed. I don't know, I think that would, because, see, I think that's the problem, is all the other Sims games was focused on family and all that stuff. And Sims 4 was focused on, like, more young adults, and they kind of were lackluster when it comes to, like, children. Well, one, we didn't even have toddlers. Babies are furniture. Like, literally, they're furniture. If you go, they're an object. Like, it's in debug, and, yeah. Sad, but that's what we call them. We say, free the furniture babies, because that's what they are, and it's sad, but yeah, so Sims 4 is more focused on young adults and that kind of lifestyle. I don't know, I would like more of a family focus, like if we could get like a generations pack, but that would be kind of cool, like if there was kind of like that, it was like, oh, it's time for a toddler bed. I don't know, that might be too far-fetched, and but who knows, I mean, we got toddlers after like 5-6 years, no. 4 years after the game came out, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, 14, 15, 18. Yeah, like 4 years after. I said 6. I think we're in the 6th year. My bad. But something like that. I don't know. Maybe. I think that would be kind of cool. Kind of like separate them from like a newborn to like baby to toddler or something like that. But and also because like, you know, I kind of miss that is like when they age up from a baby to a toddler, they're like teaching them how to walk, and it's like they already kind of know how to walk. So like in Sims 2 and 3, they crawl before they crawl, and you have to teach them how to walk. And once you do that, then they'll walk. And so I kind of miss them being able to crawl. Like I know, like okay, by toddlers they're walking and stuff. But I kind of, you know, you kind of get that when they're aging up. But it's like I don't know, they go through it so fast. I'm like, I don't know, I kind of miss there's like an in between stage. They kind of miss, but they're still teaching them how to talk and stuff like that. But also but then something else with toddlers that's more improved with 4 is they couldn't really talk to each other like other toddlers. There was like the playpen that you had, it was story content in Sims 3, and that's how they could chat with another, like if 2 toddlers were in there, then they could talk and they could play with another toddler. But in Sims 4, they can like kind of babble to each other, and the higher their communication, the more they can talk about. Or in any other sim. And so that's more improved. There was more like if, you know, Sims 2 toddlers could go eat the dog food bowl if you weren't paying attention, then they'd get sick. They could go sleep in the pet bed. So they were also kind of independent, I guess you could say a little bit. Could be, but and then Sims 4, your toddlers could just go grab food for themselves. You know, they don't have to have special baby food. They can, but they don't have to. Well, I guess it's like cereal and stuff. Like it's not exactly baby food. So there's pros and cons. See, that's my ultimate. If they could just, there's stuff from Sims 2, Sims 3. If they can merge those. Oh, Sims 4 would be a perfect game. I love Sims 4. I have so much faith in Sims 4. The Star Wars pack kind of, you know, set me back and made me scared, but I don't know. I still want to have hope, okay? I'm still white. I've been watching too much Once Upon a Time, okay? I want to have hope and believe in it. But, you know, but yeah, I kind of ramble. I don't even know exactly where I'm at, what I want to say. But yeah, Sims 4, they're starting, you know, they give stuff back in free and free updates and stuff like that, like toddlers. They did it in a free update in January of 2018, I believe. Something like that. They gave us toddlers. It's like right after City Living. And I remember that. I was like playing with Graceland. Y'all may remember my current household. I was playing with her, and we got toddlers. Like, I gotta see this, and so I go and I put Pace into my game, or I had him in. I don't know, but I had her go and get pregnant, like on purpose. She's just a young woman, you know, being a social networker or whatever, something like that. And I got her pregnant, and then it snowballed from there, just because I wanted a toddler because they were new, and so that was fun. I remember that moment. I came in, I don't know, right before Pools came in, because I remember that too. I was with another family of mine, which you can see in my base game, Savannah and Isabella, then my base game save, my humble save, well, their start, but they had been around for a while, and we got Pools, and like, see, I think Sims 4 is lacking a lot, but also there's a lot of stuff that you don't notice or you don't think about. so you don't think about, and you don't see, so you don't know it's there. I think and then it's like you notice it's like, how long have you been there? Because I remember playing with pools, and I had a kid in there, and I seen that they adults or teenagers can coach kids in swimming. And I was like, what? This is so cool. And then I've noticed there's other siblings that don't notice it till later. They're like, oh, coach swimming. Like, I don't know a lot of people who may not, a lot of people may not know that you can do that. And I think that's really cool. And speaking of pools, I just now thought, it's so funny to me and kind of weird, but a toddler can play in the ocean without an adult sim nearby, but they need an adult sim to put them in the toddler pool. And I get it, toddler pools came with the toddler stuff pack. It was before Island Living came out, so but I don't know, it shows like a patch that maybe could switch that, the parent could be, because I don't know, you see that, like, maybe, the toddler splashing on the pool, they're just right there, they're having some iced tea, and they're watching the kid, but, and then they could have the option of play with them, or get in the water with them, but, does that make sense? I don't know, I don't know, because it just, the ocean, I think, they would need more protection than the kiddie pool. It's Sims logic, I know, you can't question it too much. It's something that's bugged me for a while, and I've said it so many times in my streams, and I had to say it again here. So, yeah. I don't know where this is going. I guess this first episode is my rants about Sims. I don't know, I guess there's a lot to talk about this, but I'm not sure how to go about it. It's like, I start talking about one thing, I get off on another, and it's just, it's like, it would be like stereotypical, like, this is Sims, like, this is Sims, they did this, blah, 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 like, I'm telling my statement, so I told a little bit about it, but anyways, okay, these are my thoughts. So, I feel like they had Sims 2, and it was like, okay, you closed it, blah, 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 and so then they're like, okay, let's give them everything, open world, this co-world, blah, 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 it's a very good game, but I feel like it was, like, not well thought out. It was just like, bam, bam, just give them everything. Not thinking about, how much it's going to take, what all you're going to need to, like, run on this PC, blah, blah, blah. It was just like, just give them everything. Give them everything. But then when it came to Sims 4, which, again, like I said, it was thought at as, a online game. Then last minute, they're like, no, scratch that, or whatever, I don't know, and then it became regular game, so I guess they had a certain time, and then EA, they're not gonna push it back, be like, okay, let's make it better, let's make it better, and fix it for, single player use and stuff online. No, let's just, what you got, let's get it out, we have a deadline, EA about the money. Not, oh, let's make it better, nah, we'll improve it later, I guess, So, they get that out, and so I guess that's why you can see it's like, oh, okay, we gotta rush, we gotta get out, we gotta switch it, it's not an online game, it's gotta be single player. And, Sims 3 had 2 expansion packs come out right before Sims 4. They had Island Paradise and then Into the Future, which I recently got Into the Future. I had never played it before. And I have to say, for being the last expansion pack, which of course they have, 2 different teams. One team was finishing up Sims 3, another team was working on Sims 4. I know. But still, you have Island Paradise. It's beautiful world. You can run your own hotels. I might have to do a Let's Play here on YouTube sometime with that, because it's beautiful. I love that world. But the caves are glitchy. It's kind of a mess, but it's also beautiful. There's so much to that pack. and now playing into the future. There's so much thought out going into the future, and what the consequences if you do this, if you do that, and it was just, there's traits, and so many build and buy objects, so many clothes, like, there's some packs in Sims 4 that kind of favor build and buy, or they favor cast, but it's like, in Sims 3, like, it was worth your money. Like, you got cast, you got build and buy, you got gameplay, traits. Like, you could have more than 3 traits for your adult Sims. Like, I think you could have up to 5 traits, and your aspiration, and I don't know, there's just so much to it, and, that might be that was kind of my point too, is that might kind of be the problem is like Sims 2, it was like, okay, they're towards the end, they'll focus on Sims 3, but they're still kind of making Sims 2 content. It's like, focus on one game at a time, and that's what people think is like, oh, Sims 4, that's why it's lagging, because they're too focused on Sims 5, they just want to make the new buck. I want to have faith that maybe they're trying to do better and work on just Sims 4, but I don't know. History repeat itself. It was Sims 3, and then they work on Sims 4. But, like I said, Sims 3 didn't lag. Like, Sims 3, there was so much to it. And really, Sims 3, there was a lot of store content. Store content, you had to, you get points, or pay money, so it was there was a lot of store content, so then they had money that way, but there was, there was generations, seasons, ambitions, world adventures, university, supernatural, actually, let's look it up. There was not as many packs. I know that. There was not as many packs for Sims 3, but, they were even stuff packs, because there was no game packs. Like, Sims 4, it's expansion pack, game pack, stuff pack. Sims 3 and Sims, they just started that. Sims 2 and 3, it was expansion packs and stuff packs. And they were full, stuff packs. They were $20. They were worth your money. And they were packed full of stuff. And, it was, but not only the stuff, the gameplay, and it was worth it. It was a game changer. Let me see. And that crashed. Okay, there was not as many expansion packs, but and stuff packs, but then no store content, of course. But it was just worth it. Even for me, I'm not a Supernatural player, and for the longest time, I had Supernatural, but I played it because the zombies, in full moon, it'll kind of turn your screen this bluish color, and it well, not really bluish, but it would make everything super bright if you had a lot of lights in. And zombies would come, and if you had a garden, they would destroy them, and they would attack your Sims. It was just, I hate zombies. But I recently played it during my October, and Supernatural is they were very thought out. Vampires, very cool, and, witches, there was so much to them, and genies, and of course I love the fairies, the wings, and just little things about them, and it was just, there was a lot to that pack. Not a Supernatural fan, but it still interests me. I hate vampires in Sims 4. I do. I hate them. I really only like that pack for build and buy. But they're annoying. I like the perk system, and I like it alright, but they just, I don't know. It doesn't really entertain me. But no, they're kind of player, but I don't know. But they're cool, and the spellcasters are cool. That, it's a cool feature. But yeah. I don't know. But, I mean, I guess it was cool, like, trying to level up to get to be a master vampire. And so, like, if you're into it, it's cool. But, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not a Supernatural fan, so they're both cool and have their perks to both of them, werewolves, or they have so much more in Sims 4, Sims 3, but, yeah. Yeah, there wasn't as many packs, and they were packable. Oh, City Living. No, not City Living. Late Night, that's what it's called. Late Night, they came with vampires, so it wasn't its own pack. Late Night came with vampires, then we got Supernaturals. But that's how it was in Sims 2 and 3. Vampires came with, like, the City Living type pack. But it was meant by that. It's like vampires and spellcasters kind of generate. They're kind of always around. But Sims 2, it kind of seems sometimes, you have to turn off the full moon cycle and stuff so zombies don't come. But, they don't bug too much. I mean, I turned them off now, but they don't seem to, bug you too much. They come to your house and want to suck your blood, vampires or something. Cause I turned them off when I got Supernatural. I turned all those off, but, before I had Supernatural again, I had City Living, and there was vampires, but it's you don't really notice if you're not playing with them. I guess if you're not in the city, but in that world. And see, that's another thing, is without a mod, you're in this one world and you can't really, you travel, if you go on vacation, or there's a way you can, go on vacation to another world, but it's you gotta go back, so, that's the thing, it's Sims 3, there's multiple worlds, and, so you can have the desert and stuff like that, so that's kind of cool, you can have multiple worlds and stuff like that, or neighborhoods, not only worlds, neighborhoods, so, because there are pros and cons to everything. I want to have faith in Sims 4, and they have a lot of potential. I think that EA kind of gets in that way, but I think Snowy Escape was a good step forward. I think there was a lot of gameplay to it. The build and buy stuff was beautiful, and went with actually other stuff in the packs. I wish that we could have a color wheel, just a color wheel. I don't need all those patterns. I just simply sometimes want to, I want this couch, but I want this love seat. Oh, but they don't, match her. So I could just, match the woods and match the cushions and stuff. I don't need, fabrics and this and that. I don't need that. I don't need all that. Just a simple color wheel. We got it with cats and dogs. Please? That's all I ask. But the stuff in the Snowy Escape is beautiful. It matches a lot of stuff, the woods and stuff. So pretty. But that Star Wars pack hurt them. It was just pretty much a deal to do with Disney. Here, you can come to our game. You can come to our theme park in The Sims, welcome to our theme, but that's all it is. It's a theme park. That's why I hear from so many people. It's the aliens aren't really aliens. They're faces. It's somewhere you travel to. It's just this one world. I don't know. It was just very lackluster. Not thought out. It was just, they both, EA and Disney were just seeing money, and it was just very disappointing. And like I said, I'm not a Disney. Not Disney. I'm not a Star Wars. I'm not a big fan. I was starting to get into it, and then I was okay, this would be kind of cool, I want to get it. And then the more I heard about I was all for gonna get it, because like I said, I was one who was gonna get all the Sims 4 packs, because I don't like seeing a missing pack. I like having all the stuff. And, how I have to look for a build, it says it has this, and I'm oh man, but this was one pack that stopped it. I kept hearing things, and how it really was just not worth it, and I was just nah, I'm good. So, maybe in the future, and now it's just 25% off. But not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth it, I don't think. I could talk about all these Sims games. If you have questions about The Sims, what I should talk about, I just kind of rambled on my thoughts, but let me know, comment down below, tweet at me with hashtag HumbleTea, and, tweet me and comment topics, whatever you'd like to see. But yeah, I think I will wrap it up here. Seems like a good time, first podcast and stuff. So let me know what you think of this, and like I said, give me some topic ideas and everything, and yeah, let's spill that tea. So for now, that is all. Bye, guys.